All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Manning to throw on second down. Caught left side, it's Beckham. A giant first down, Manning to an open Beckham.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On second down, here's Manning. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. The pitch goes to Barkley. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Now Manning throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On second down, here's Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
They get it to him running left. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go.
On play action, it's Wentz. Now he's flushed out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And now out come the Giants. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll go to Barkley again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Here's Manning to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And some room to roam now. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 72 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. It was third and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Because now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
And he's got room. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Here's Ajayi trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
On the ball.
Wentz to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Hey, empty. Empty. 81, 81. Great.
This is Ajayi. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Good chip.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Rolling to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. This is third and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. This is third and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Now Wentz will keep it. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz taking it in. And the Eagles are back within a score.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 42. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll bring up a second down. Manning now to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. The toss out to Barkley. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now Manning throwing on second down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard from 17 yards out. And the Giants add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The escapability in evidence there, as that one good for 15 and a first. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. So the clock will stop with 14 seconds now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Once again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half for Wentz. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. And this is going to be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. It didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Forced out to his left. He can't get him down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And got his man complete. And he'll finally be taken out of bounds just past the 40. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 43 yards.
At least 5-7.
Now it's a Giant. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They run again with a Giant. A beautiful fake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Hey, empty.
They fake the give. Now Wentz sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Cody Latimer now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Nigel Bradham brings him down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Manning now on 1st down. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They run with Johnny, and he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Wentz going to throw. Rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And the tackle there by Chris Long. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there. Manning to Shepard. 41 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Here's a give to Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Again, it's Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On third down, Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down forthcoming. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Rosas puts this one through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it? Yep. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice. Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for him, isn't it? Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do? Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly. Yep, 2-score game. Onside kick and get the ball. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter. Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing. You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.